Only buy from motivated sellers. You want to talk about motivated sellers?
Well, why would you want to see a motivated seller? Because they're going to listen to you. It could be because of cash flow, or they're having financial troubles. Perhaps they're insolvent, looking for retirement, relocation, burned out and bored. In fact, in the single-family niche, burned out landlords, of course, especially out-of-state landlords, are just a great people because they're into something that they absolutely don't want. Health or death. A big one.
SOS, though, is huge, too. Shiny object, right? We all are on to the next business.
Yeah. The upcycle, cash out, partner dispute, litigation, and the industry is changing. We've got a lot of that. Okay, in and out equity deal opportunities.
So the in and outs, remember, are where you're coming in to either manage your way into ownership and then sell with a put option, or buy your way in and then fix things and sell with a put option. Question, Terry?
I'm just having a hard time putting these last two things together.
Okay.
And again, check your assumptions. I like that lesson early today, is check your assumptions.
Yeah.
I feel like when I'm reaching out to somebody to buy their business, they have all the leverage,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to overpay.
Mm-hmm.
But then I saw that slide where you want to reach out and find people who are desperate, so
Mm-hmm.
they'll underpay. So is the trick to kind of marry those two worlds together?
You feel like when you reach out, you're going to overpay?
People come to me and they want me to do a deal. I have all the leverage,
Uh-huh.
right? I just go, yeah. So I feel like if I reach out, hey, would you like to sell your business?
Yeah.
Even if you were going to sell it for $2 million, but the virtue of the fact that I came to you and said, hey, would you like to sell your business? The price went to $4 million because you have the leverage. I'm coming to you.
I love that. So Dan has a really good.
That's just a mindset thing. And then I see the slide. Is it the key to find desperate people?
Well, we do want to find motivated sellers, right? So if I come to you and I say, hey Terry, I'm interested in I'm interested in talking to you about an investment, and then we go through it and I use my high pitch, do you ever think about selling?
She had like a little sock puppet.
And then you say, then you think about it and you're like, nah, man, I talked to a guy the other day that's got a subscription wine box business, and I instantly disliked him, and he had asked for an introduction to me, and I'm talking to him, and he had asked for an introduction for that reason, because he wanted either investment or thinking about exit, and he told his friend that, and then I get on the phone with him, and he's like, yeah, man, my business is awesome. I've never had a business this good. It's just amazing. I mean, I'm not going to sell it. I mean, maybe if somebody else come and pay me way too much money, then maybe I'll think about selling it, but
That's kind of what I yeah, I'm just like.
And I had him on.
The name your price.
I had him on speakerphone, and I'm looking at my wife, and she's going, it's just like, so that's not your guy.
That's not what we're
right. That's not your guy. But if I had talked to him and he said, yeah, I think it's a really strong business, but I was talking to my friend Joe, and Joe told me I should talk to you because I see that it's growing really fast, and we're in this cycle of having to buy more inventory, and then then we sell it, and then we have to buy even more inventory, and so I'm never really catching up on my cash flow.
I got it. So
right.
What you were saying is when you get 20 and you go to 5 and you go to 2 and you go to the one you buy, it's because you throw a wide net and you have these filters which moves people.
Absolutely.
Got it.
Correct.
All right.
Does that make sense? Do you guys all understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, great. So go ahead, Dan. So this just, these are the kinds of deals that are in and out equity opportunities. So where you can come in, manage your way. These are the things people want you to fix.
Before I go on, Terry, does that belief serve you in this business?
It just made things a lot clearer.
Yeah. No, I mean, but your belief that that they're going to, if I approach them, I'm going to get screwed. Sales, marketing, operations, finance, restructure, burnout, SOS,
Shiny object syndrome.
and network and R&D.
So this is the stuff that, to me, if somebody's looking for help with sales or marketing or finance or ops, that's all opportunity for you. If you can help with that, that's in and out opportunity for you. Helping them restructure the business to be either profitable or saleable. For me, I do that 18K half day, and then I get on a whiteboard and completely restructure people's businesses, and they're like, I've got 6 businesses I can sell, and I totally see the path now, right? That's a big deal, so that's very valuable to them. If they're burned out, they might need help bringing in a manager or professional management or a team so that they don't destroy the business because they're burnt out. So that's an actual opportunity, and that's something, or their business, like this was with Ryan and Perry and Rich, and they'll tell you this too. They had outgrown, the business's size had outgrown their managerial competence. So it was time to bring in a professional CFO and a professional CEO and a professional HR person and some other people, right? It was time to do that because they were doing all that and they didn't know how. They didn't know how at scale. Growth stalls, that's really common, right? Now, marketing and sales typically relate to growth stalls. So why has the company stopped growing? Why are sales flat for the last 4 years? And then just access to your network or your ability to do R&D. A lot of deals I do are because I have a really great network, and so people want access to it and they want to have me involved so they can do that. So these are all great opportunities for you to look at what are your skills and how might you come into a company to add that value.
Oh yeah, this is the key. Dig deeper and find out why they want what they say they want and how else can you get it for them. This is one comment I'd like to make is there's a belief that negotiation is all about the numbers. In fact, in the single family business, this is the way it works. Hi, you know, the investor says, hi, how much do you want for your house? 500. I'll give you 200, your move. You know, it's just terrible. The real key to being a really effective, easy influencer is to find their problem and solve it, or their want and solve it. Okay? Emotional. Emotion, E-M-O-T, move, means to move. Okay? Have you ever thought of selling? Boys and girls? Yeah, that's a great line. Sure, I like it. And what would that look like? Yeah, isn't that good? What happens when I ask you, if you respond to me, what would that look like? Instantly, you visualize it, right? And then they'll ask, what will you do? Oh yeah, what will you do with the money? This is a great question to ask, because then it just gives you so much more power when the terms come up. Because if they say, oh, I'm going to put it in the bank, well then why would you ever want $800,000 down if you're going to put it in the bank? You see, it gives you power. And then you want to meet their needs in exchange for 2 to 100% of the business. 100%?
That's the goal. Well, you're meeting their needs and coming in for maybe an advisory role on the very, very low end of that, or you're meeting their needs and you're owning the company if you go to the other end, right?